Hello everyone. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Rachel and I am a craft educator and owner here at Oak and Lamb. Today we're going to be talking all about print and cut and different materials you can use with print and cut. Specifically today we're going to be sharing with you guys how to use printable heat transfer vinyl, or sometimes called printable iron-on. This is a really good product. We have done a lot of testing and comparing on different brands that we like, and this brand has come out on top. So for supplies today, you're going to need your Cricut. We have our Explorer 3, but really any Cricut that you have will do just fine. We have a mat for us. We have our printer. This is an inkjet printer. This is a Canon Pixma TS8220. It's a really great printer. If you're in the market for one, definitely try and grab a Canon Pixma. We love them. Also, try and make sure yours has a rear loading tray. This is great for materials that are a little bit finicky in other printers. We're going to be using our mini Easy Press today. We have an Easy Press mat, a piece of Teflon, which this is a Teflon sheet. However, you can use butcher's paper or parchment paper for this as well. We have our printable material, which is NuFun, N-U-F-U-N, NuFun printable heat transfer vinyl. It is for dark materials, and the only difference between the dark and light material type is that the one that's marketed for dark materials has a white backing, where the one that is marketed for light materials has a clear backing. That being said, we always use the one for dark materials. We've never needed, wanted, or used the one for light materials, so definitely you don't have to buy both. We also have a little youth shirt here that we're going to be transferring our design onto. I hope that you do stick around. I hope that you enjoy this amazing training. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into Design Space, and I'll share with you the cut file we're using and how to use this product. Here we are in Design Space, and we have already done all of the prep work on this project. If you don't know anything about print and cut, if you don't know anything about how to use print and cut or what it is, we have a video all on print and cut basics, how to use it. We go through and use this same cut file with paper. So if you want to learn how to use print and cut, the in and outs of it, definitely click that video and it will share with you everything we did to this cut file, because this is just a video about using the printable iron-on material. So if you want that training, definitely go check it out. It's a great video. Now this cut file we're using today that says I'm not a control freak but you're doing it wrong is one of the very many cut files we have that are exclusive to Oak and Lamb. So if you would like to join, click the very first link in the description below to see how you can become a member with us today. We have added an offset to this and have measured our youth shirt and decided that about 8 inches is going to be best for this. So we're going to make this 8 inches wide, and this is going to fit really well on our shirt. Now this is it. There's not a lot of manipulating you have to do. Again, that basic beginner print and cut video will explain a lot about cut files that are best to choose with this, because of course you don't want to leave this with just the verbiage. You want to make sure there's a backing or an offset on this to make it really easy for you to use it with print and cut. So those are things to make note of, again, all in that video. If you would like the training on it, definitely go watch that. Now we have our Cricut already selected, our Explorer 3. Now we're going to click Make It. And we can see a sample of what it's going to look like here. Of course, that black box is our registration marks, and those are very important for all print and cut projects. They ensure that we're going to have a successful project, as those lines allow the Cricut to scan around them, so the Cricut knows right where to cut. Now we're going to click Continue. It's going to connect to our machine, and we're going to send this on over to the printer. Add bleed is on, which all that does is tell our printer to add a little bit of extra ink around the edge of our design. We usually always just leave that on. Of course, for this project, it really doesn't apply because we have a white offset on this project, so it's not really going to affect anything there. So we're going to also select Use System Dialog, which if you've never used this for print and cut projects, we also have a video that Becca made on ways to improve your print and cut projects. It's 7 amazing tips on how to make great professional looking print and cut projects. And one of those points is to use this system dialog and to make sure that you're using a really good quality setting for your printer. Now, definitely go through and watch that video if you haven't. If you have been using Print and Cut for years, or if you're brand new at it, that video will teach you a lot that you need to know right out of the gate. So we're gonna go ahead and click this and click print. Now we're gonna minimize the screen, and our print dialog box is gonna pop up here. It has the correct printer selected. We're gonna have this feed from our rear tray on our printer. And then last but not least, one of the most important reasons why we're doing this is to change this quality from normal to best. This is amazing. Now we're just gonna go ahead and click print. And here's the really large pack of our material. This is the new fun iron-on. We're gonna grab a piece here of our material, and you can see it has these blue lines on the back. That is a really great indicator on which side is the front and which is the back. And now we're going to flip it to the front and place it facing us in our rear tray. We love rear trays because it just comes straight through the printer instead of having to go over the entire bottom, because see, it goes up and over in the bottom of that tray. And then here in the rear tray, it just comes flat straight down, which is great for projects like this. So now we're going to go ahead and click print and allow this to print out our design. And now it is done printing. One thing I want to note about changing that printing quality from normal to best is that it will take a little bit longer to print. It's just like the printer taking its time and making sure it does a really quality print job. So here's what it looks like. It looks great. The only thing I want you guys to be aware of is how dull these colors are. In person, it does look duller than on camera, but that is normal. It's completely normal for your colors to look duller on this material. Once you apply that heat and you lay them down, it'll look really good. So now let's switch on over to Design Space and share with you the material setting we'll be using today. Now back in Design Space, we have our material printed, it's ready to go, and the material setting we're going to be using is printable iron-on for dark fabrics. This, you can go search it if you don't have it favorited. We had it favorited today. So this is the material you want to select for this project, and now we're good to go. We're going to go ahead and place our material on our mat, cut it out, and apply it to our shirt. Okay, now we have a really well-loved mat here. This is technically the top of the mat, and this is the bottom. But as you can see, there's a lot of love going on up here, so we can actually flip this mat 180 degrees and use it this way. So that's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna place this in the top left corner of our mat. If you are questioning which direction this went, you can refer back to Design Space, but everything will be scooted up to the left. Now we're gonna get a brayer and use this to apply our material down well on our mat. And now we can go ahead and load this in the Cricut and have it cut out. Now we're going to load this into our machine, just guiding it in. And the Cricut will measure our mat for us, and then we'll be able to press that flashing start button. And now we can go ahead and press it. And what we'll be able to see is a little light come on our housing, and it is going to measure those registration marks and make sure that it's going to cut right where it needs to cut, which is great. Now it's also a really great time to go ahead and preheat your Easy Press. So we're going to preheat ours to that second heat setting, and we're going to allow that to go ahead and heat up for us as well while this is cutting. Now our Easy Press is preheated and our vinyl is done cutting, so we're going to go ahead and unload this, and we're going to remove the excess vinyl all around here that has not been cut. Just go slow, just in case your Cricut didn't cut this out super well, but this cut out very well. Now we're going to remove this from our mat. This helps prevent curling when you remove it this way. And now right here it is. We're going to be peeling this off with our hands very carefully, but let's go ahead and get our shirt prepped and ready to go. Now we have our little shirt ready to go. We have our Easy Press, we have a measuring tape, and we have a Teflon sheet or a piece of butcher's paper or parchment paper. You're going to need something to act as a barrier between your material and your heat press. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to take our design here, we're going to flip it over and carefully peel this off, but you're going to stop whenever you hit a section like that and then peel off in another area that will just kind of help that peel properly. There we go. Super easy. And make sure you're very careful when peeling that up because it can stretch a little bit and we don't want that. So we're gonna bring this pretty high up on the neck. This is a child's shirt, so children tend to look a bit different in t-shirts. We're gonna keep this about 2 inches from the neck line here. We're gonna bring that down. Now we're just gonna measure the sides from down here on the bottom, about 3.5, and there's more space over there. So we're just gonna bring this over here and make sure we get it nice and centered. And now that we have it nice and centered up for us, we're gonna lay our parchment paper down. And I also wanna note, this is a time when you can use heat resistant tape if you want to. We have it on a big roll. However, this is not like the perfect project to use it on unless you just want to. So if you want to take a couple of pieces and tape these edges down, you just want to be kind of fragile with your printable vinyl here, as it sometimes can peel up that ink if you put too much of that tape on it. So we try to steer clear of that. So a remedy for that is to make sure you're placing your Teflon sheet or your parchment paper down very carefully as to not move around your image here. So now we're gonna just kind of place it down. There is a bit of a bow in this mat. We do not like that about this mat. It comes to us folded and then we store it folded, so it kind of has a bow to it. So I like to keep my hand on it, make sure it's nice and flat. Now we're gonna go in with our easy press. It's preheated. We're gonna start in the center here and work our way out. I guess I should mention this t-shirt is 100% cotton. This will work on poly cotton blends, but you want the majority of your shirt to be cotton for this material to really look its best. Now again, when you apply that heat, these colors kind of really brighten up, which is something that is super fascinating to watch. Now you're gonna heat this for 20 to 30 seconds, although I'm an advocate for letting you guys know it's really hard to burn material like this. So make sure you press it down an adequate amount, at least 20 to 30 seconds. Make sure you get all the little nooks and crannies. And once you have, all you have to do is peel this up and it's done. You're done, it's good to go. Look at those colors that really just brightened up. How cute is this? This is a really cute shirt. And honestly, guys, this material, you can barely feel it. It's a really nice, really light material that really takes on the fabric well. There you have it. That is how you use printable heat transfer vinyl. It's a great product. We love the way it looks. We love the way it turns out on pretty much all of the products we use it on. It's a really great addition to a crafter's arsenal of materials because it's very versatile in what you can use it on and really helps to expand your crafting to do more than just the Cricut basics. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope that you did enjoy the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell to get notified when more amazing videos like this come out. Also, if you would like to join the flock, become a member with us today. Click the very first link down below to see what all is included in that and how you can become a member. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.